Hi there, Jen Roque here at stampcampwithjen.com. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Summerfield, Florida, and welcome to my weekly Facebook Live. If you're new here, welcome. I go live every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, and I hope you'll join us. If you're watching the replay, please give me either a thumbs up or a little heart and leave me a comment below and let me know what you think of today's video. We have lots of fun things to go over. Tomorrow is a big day for those of you that are joining me live. If you're watching the replay, today is a big day. There's lots of stuff going on at Stampin' Up! That we'll go over, lots of exciting things. So as you join, please say hello. Let me know where you're joining from. Did you have a good weekend? Things have been super busy here. We had our monthly game night at my in-laws over the weekend and just kind of hung out. It was lots of fun. My son recently bought a Oculus. It's like a VR headset. So my husband, you would think it was his present because he's like been so into it playing games and stuff. It's pretty funny, but there's lots of cool, little almost like Guitar Hero, Rock Band type games on there. My husband's been looking for those kind of games for a while, so he was really excited when he realized he could play that on my son's VR headset. So they've been having a lot of fun with that. Hi, Jessica. Thanks so much for joining and sharing. I appreciate it. Is everybody ready for Easter this weekend? I'm so excited. My sisters and my nephew are driving down from Maryland. They'll be here this weekend. My daughters are coming down from Gainesville and joining us, and my parents and my in-laws will have a big Easter brunch over here. I always love hosting. It should be warm enough. We should be able to get in our pool, which should be really exciting. So all right, well, I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera around. We'll get into the updates that I have, and any questions you have, just let me know. Ethan's not here to moderate, but that's all right. Those of you that joined me a couple days ago, you probably saw him, but he tried to moderate, but he was more focused on his phone, I think, than paying attention to the comments. So I told him, don't worry about it today. All right, let's get everything set up here. Like I said, he's just been having so much fun with that VR thing that's all he wants to do. He gets all of his homework done. He's trying out for jazz band tomorrow for next year for school. So we went to a Christmas concert that he had with. He's in regular band right now. They had regular, advanced, and jazz band. And jazz band, we were like all blown away by it. And we told him, you should try out for that. He's really good. It seems to come really natural to him. So he's trying out for jazz band tomorrow. We'll find out hopefully in the next couple months if he makes it. But he's been practicing and he does really good. They do weekly what they call chair tests, and he's almost always like the top of his class every week. So I have a feeling he'll probably get it. All right, so hi Julie from North Dakota. Thanks for joining. All right, guys, so as usual, this is my little spiel here. If you're new, welcome. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my Facebook channel, my YouTube channel. I have a Pinterest page, and then this is my website, the stampcampwithjen.com website, where I post all the tutorials, the video replays, the tutorials with the measurements and supplies and everything are on my website, okay? If you subscribe to my blog posts by email, they'll come right to your inbox, and you don't even have to worry about checking my website all the time. Hi, Joan from Washington. Thanks for joining us. If you choose to shop with me, I would love to earn your business. I have a rewards program for my loyal customers. If you place an order for every $25 in an increment in a single order before shipping and tax, you earn a point. Once you get up to 20 points, you earn a free $50 shopping spree. I pay the tax, shipping, and everything. All you have to do is keep track of your orders. Once you get those 20 points, you send me an email with your orders and I'll verify everything. And then you just send me what you want and I will order it for you. Easy peasy. All right, lots of stuff starting tomorrow. I've been talking about this the last couple weeks. These 2021 to 2023 in colors are retiring. So actually this Fresh Freesia is staying permanently in with our color refresh. So we're going to keep Fresh Freesia, but soft succulent, evening evergreen, polished pink, and pale papaya those four are retiring. So make sure to get your ink pads, your refills. Don't forget those bottle refills. Some of these are already gone. I think polished pink and pale papaya, the refills are sold out already. So it's really important to order that stuff early because it's always while supplies last. So make sure to get those, your Stampin' Blends, cardstock, all that stuff, okay? And then tomorrow morning, the sale prices for the last chance products for the mini catalog here and the annual catalog. These two catalogs both have things retiring in them, and that sale price starts tomorrow morning, okay? So be sure to get up and place your order, set an alarm if you want to. The sale for this starts at midnight Mountain Time, which is, let me see if I get this right. Midnight Mountain Time is 11 p.m. Pacific Time tonight. It's 1 a.m. Central, 2 a.m. Eastern. I think that's it. Yep. So if you want to place your order, get in early, and because all the popular stuff is going to go quick, especially stuff that's discounted really high. It's going to go quick too as well. Oh, and then the Stamparatus, I told you guys that's retiring. That's gone already too. So I hope you weren't waiting to order a Stamparatus. If you were, unfortunately, those are gone. You won't be able to order one anymore. I looked earlier today and those are already gone. They're sold out. Okay. Price changes are coming soon. I'm working on a post. I was trying to go through stuff the other day. Basically, from what I could tell, most things went up about 50 cents to $1. There are a couple big things like the cut and boss machine that went up like $3, but for the most part, everything's going up 50 cents to $1 about. Not everything, but like things like cardstock, embossing folders, take your pick tool, accessories, ink pads, things like that. A lot of those prices are going up, so now's the time to stock up on that stuff if you need anything, okay? And then, like I said, if you're waiting till tomorrow to place your order, don't forget to get anything that you need with these 11 colors that are going away as part of our color refresh. So these are retiring along with those 4 ink colors that I was telling you about a minute ago. So if you need ink refills, ink pads, cardstock, Stampin' Blends, now's the time to get that stuff. Some of those are already going on low inventory as well. I don't know. I can't remember if any of them are gone already or not though. So get those on your list as well. Don't forget to order those, okay? All right, online exclusives. This is something new. Stampin' Up just started recently. So when you go to stampinup.com, if you go to shop and go to products, there should be a little section that says online exclusives. This is where you can see new stuff that they released back in March. Those items are while supplies last. There's really no end date. It's really as long as Stampin' Up has stock, they'll keep it going, but once it's gone kind of thing. They didn't give us an end date for that stuff. I think the next batch of new online exclusives will be out in July, if I'm not mistaken. So whenever they give us an update, I'll be sure to let you guys know. But if there's something in the catalogs that you say, oh, I could have swore it carried over or whatever, look in the online exclusives. It could be in there, or just do a search for it at stampinup.com. And see, because some things will go online if they don't carry over to the catalog, okay? But for the most part, everything will go over to the catalogs if they keep it. All right, Paper Pumpkin. This is the current Paper Pumpkin kit. It's called All the Little Things. You have until April 10th to subscribe. It has everything to make 3 cards or 9 cards, 3 each of 3 designs. These little die cuts have iridescent foil in them. Hi, Sue. Thanks for joining us. And in this month's kit, they have this little box divider where you can organize like your Stampin' Spots, and I think you can organize your blocks in there as well. So really cool little kit, perfect for spring. I love this little die cut. It reminds me of Beauty and the Beast. Looks very pretty. All right, so let's get on to today's project. Today's project actually uses a bunch of retired stuff. I didn't realize it was going to use a bunch of retired stuff until the retired list came out, the last chance products list. But this is what we're making. This is something I saw fellow demonstrator Lisa Curcio demonstrate about a couple weeks ago. She called it a pop-up and pivot card. It's really cool because when you open it up, this little piece on the inside pops up and kind of pivots forward. So I guess that's why she called it that. But you can use really any die cut you want with this. I prefer one that has a straight edge. It just works a little bit better. But as you can see in my first sample I used the deckled rectangles and it works fine. The first couple times you use it, you will have to kind of work it a little bit to get it to not really stick to itself. Even with the flat edge, the stitched rectangles, I had to like move it a few times to get it from like catching on the edges, just because it's like really tight in there is all. But it will eventually loosen up and it won't catch on those edges like that. Now, everything in this project that's retiring, this Peekaboo Farm stamp set that we're using is retiring. The Stamparatus is gone, like I told you. If you wanted that, I hope you bought it already because this is already sold out. We're using these heart pearls. These are retiring. What else is retiring? Oh, this country gingham paper is retiring. This mint macaron is retiring. So most of the stuff that I'm using today are retiring. So if there are things that you like in this project, add them to your order, okay? All right, so what I'm gonna do first, I'm gonna do the stamping, I think, first, just to show you guys. So we are gonna use, I think I'm gonna use the horse. I'll put the little sheep back. He's easier to color because you only do his face and his hooves, but I like the horse with the red. I'm using that Sweet Sorbet card base, which is a current in color that's still available. That's part of the 22 to 24 in colors. So those will be available through next year. So you still have another year to enjoy those. So don't worry about that. Okay. So we're gonna grab a piece of basic white. I had a bunch of it over here. It's all buried, I think now. Yep, here we go. Get my little mat for my stamping surface as well here. All right, so let's get that on inches. Here we go. All right, so we're gonna grab our Stamparatus here. I will still use this until it breaks because I love this thing so much. This mat you can get separately. This will be on sale starting tomorrow. It has little grids. It's a little foam mat. You get the like a plain black mat that comes in it, but I strongly recommend getting this foam mat because you can insert it and still be able to measure everything on the inside. And it's got like a plastic coating, so if you get ink on it, you can just wipe it right off, no problem. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna grab a piece of basic white, and I'm actually gonna take this off. I'm gonna show you guys how to line this up. So you just wanna put, this is a little stone wall here that we're using. And I'm just gonna position it on my paper here. I'm gonna use my magnet. Now you don't really need to use your magnet if it's up in the corner, but I know a lot of people feel more comfortable with that. So if you do, it's totally fine. Do whatever you feel comfortable with. And now I'm gonna get my tuxedo black ink. And I always put my stamp set under my plate just to have a flat surface to ink up my stamp with, okay? And then you just flip it over. And you can see I got a little bit of black on my plate, but that's okay because it's not gonna transfer over to the paper. So you see it didn't really ink up very much in the corner, probably because I had that magnet right there. It was kind of pushing against it. So all you had to do is put it right back down there and we're good to go. All right, so now for the horse. You notice on this little top line up here, there's two little openings. So that's actually where the little hooves go for the animals to look like they're peeking over the fence. And we're just gonna take our plate and flip it over. It's stuck in place there. I'm actually gonna move my magnet up now. There we go. And I'll put my stamp set at the top here now and ink this up. And now we'll flip him over. He'll be right where he needs to be. Just like that. Isn't that so cute? I'm so sad this is going away, but it's inevitable, I think, with most Stampin' Up! Products. They always got to come out with something bigger and better down the road, and I'm hoping they do. They haven't announced anything yet, so if they do, I'll be sure to let you guys know, though, for sure. Okay, so I'm going to leave those, actually. We'll just flip this over, take this top one off, put that away for right now. Okay. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to die cut this guy. I'm going to get my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine out. And my plates. Okay, so we're going to take our horse here and we're going to take this stitched rectangle from the stitched rectangle dies, and this is the 4th smallest rectangle. And we're just going to position it so that the stone is towards the bottom of that die cut there. So it looks like it's kind of butted up against the bottom. And I'm going to use some tape, keep it in place, and then we'll put this through here. Whoa, it gets so tight. Oh my gosh, it's hard to do sitting down from the side. All right, beautiful, just like that. Okay, now I'm just gonna put this aside for just a second. All right, so now in my little kit that I had made for class here, I've got a bunch of pieces. So these pieces we're going to use to make the little pop-up mechanism. And then this is that Country Gingham Designer Series paper that, like I said, that's retiring. So if you want to get that, be sure to put that on your order. I'm going to fold our Sweet Sorbet in half, and then I'm going to take this gingham and we actually are going to put this on first, and then we're going to die cut the little opening for it. Okay, I'll show you what I mean in just a second. All right, so you want that on the front. Now we're going to bring our embossing machine back in. Move my pieces out of the way here. All right, so now what we want to do is we want to take our die cut and we're going to put it in, if you're looking at it, move this away. If you're looking at it head on, you want it to be kind of in that top right section, just like that. That's how we're going to die cut it. Okay. That's the little opening that we need. Here's my plate. I'm going to get above this thing. It's kind of hard to do sitting down. Ooh. There we go. Should be good. Yep. Perfect. I think. Yep, it's stuck to the tape. All right. So here we go. Oops. My tape there. Okay, so now you can save this for something else. I actually should have put a lot more adhesive on there. I didn't, but that's all right. And then we're gonna take our white piece and we're gonna put this in here as well. All right. So we have our die cut and we actually need to do some coloring. So for the horse, I actually like this little guy I did with the dark petal pink. So we're gonna put the dark petal pink where his ears are up here. And then we're gonna do his little snout in dark petal pink. And then we have two browns. This is that SU 400. It's the medium deep. These are both the medium deep. So the 400 and the 300. These are those color tone markers. So one of them, let's see, I always forget which one's which. That's the darker one. So the 300 is the one we're gonna use for his hair. Oops, I get the pointed tip out. This is the 300. And we're going to use that for his mane, not his hair, his mane. Oops. And this isn't too much coloring either, to be honest. It's just a little bit. And then we're going to use this for his hooves as well. I like the brown horse. I think that initially I did like a gray one, but I think the brown one looks good with the red against it. All right, and then this is the SU 400 from the medium deep. And we're gonna color the rest of his fur with this one. I think it's so pretty. It just matches, like the contrast is really nice for these. So is everybody excited about the sale tomorrow? Do you have your wish list ready? Are you waiting, or are you just ready to get up super early and place your order and get all your retiring items that are on sale that you've just been waiting and waiting for? There's lots of really good deals, actually. What are you guys most excited about? Like, are you most excited about the sale items, or is there something that, like the in colors that are retiring that you're excited about, or are you just waiting for the new catalog to come out? You're just really excited to see that. Okay, and then for the stones, we're actually going to use the dark smoky slate, and we're just going to do these really quickly. I'm going to try not to take all day doing this. You could do dark or light, it doesn't matter. You could do the dark and then color in between with the light. I like to just leave the spot in between it open. I don't really worry about that one too much, but some people like to have that color contrast and they just fill it in with the light ones too, which is fine. That's always a good idea. Nobody has any comments? You don't have anything that you're waiting for, that you're excited about in the morning? I'm coloring, so I got lots to talk about while we color. You guys gonna help keep me company while I color all these stones. No? Okay. Everybody's just really quiet, I guess. That's all right. Maybe you're just working on your wish list while you're watching the video. I don't blame you. I still got to put the rest of my list together for tomorrow too. This weekend, I went through and pulled out all of my stuff that I have that's retiring, and I was amazed at how much of it is retiring. I probably have twice as many stamp sets that are retiring as what I have actually left over. I have a whole box full of stamp sets that are retiring that I probably will just sell. Some of them I might keep. I keep stuff if I really, really like it, and I know I'll use it later, but for the most part, I sell everything if it's not current. I have to really, really love it to keep it. Usually like punches and dies and stuff I'm more prone to keep than stamp sets when they retire. All right, I'm done with those stones. Need lots of cardstock and ink refills, yes. I am not getting up at 2 a.m. to place my order. No, Mom. The demonstrator pre-order starts at 5 in the morning Eastern time. So I'm actually going to just get up at my regular 6 o'clock time and place my order when I get up. I'll try to have as much filled in as I can, but all right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our Balmy Blue ink here, and I have a mini blending brush, and I just wanna have a little bit of color on the background just to give it some dimension so it's not so stark and bland. So I'm just taking a little light hand with the Balmy Blue just to give it that sky background here, and just going around the edges. Okay. All right, so now we've colored that. So let's make our little mechanism. So this piece, this is Sweet Sorbet as well. It's 2 by 4, and then I've scored it at 1, 2, and 3 inches, okay? And then I have another piece that's 1 by 2 scored in half at 1 inches. So on those score lines, we're gonna take our bone folder and burnish all the score lines. And for the bigger piece, you just fold everything in the same direction, but you really want to make sure to burnish those score lines so that it pops up like it's supposed to, okay? So on the outermost tab here, I'm going to take some Stampin' Seal Plus just on this one tab, and then I'm going to fold this piece in half. So I have one tab that has adhesive on it and one that doesn't. So the piece that has adhesive on it, I'm going to flip this over and line this up right up to that score line, centering it in between this opening here, okay? Just like that. Press that down. So that little tab was the one that had the adhesive on it, right? So this is still in half. So now we need the top to stick to here. So the easiest way to do that is I'm actually going to put adhesive on the cover here, and I'm just going to do it. You could use glue if you're more comfortable, but I'm just going to use the Stampin' Seal Plus and just do it just as wide as our little tab here. You don't want it to be any longer because you don't want it to stick to the card base. And then we're going to fold that over and press down. And the reason I did it to the top here is just to make sure that it didn't come out. So if you were to actually do it on the tab, you'd have to measure and do all that. That's the easiest way to get this top part stuck to this little tab without worrying about it going all over the place. And now you can see it's lined up just like it's supposed to be. Okay. All right, so now we're gonna take this little piece, and on one of the tabs, I'm gonna take some Stampin' Seal Plus again. Now you wanna fold it in half, and the part that's like chomping like an alligator, you want that facing away from you. And then you're gonna center it right in the middle, lining it up against the score line and the edge of that top section right there. Just like that. Okay, so now you can see it's chomping away from you, right? So we're gonna take our horse, and what you're gonna do now is you're gonna put more Stampin' Seal Plus right on this little tab here, or liquid glue. If you put liquid glue, just be careful not to put too much because you don't want it oozing out all over the place, okay? So now we're just gonna line this horse up. The easiest way is to start from the bottom and then just kind of push it down. Make sure that bottom is lined up and that it'll all fall into place. And now when we open it, it pops open. Isn't that cool? But as you can see, it kind of sticks, and it'll do that the first couple times you do it. So the more you kind of work it, it won't stick as much. Okay, but isn't that so cute? I love it. All right, so we're gonna do a little bit more decorating and then we'll be done. So if you want, on the inside, you can put hello there or miss you. I like the miss you. So I'm gonna be a little brave and stamp this. If you're not real confident, you can grab your Stamparatus and do it, but I always do a test one first, and then you can open it and stamp right below where he pops out there, just like that. Okay. And then for the front, we're gonna grab a long strip, one of these. I almost always have little 1/2-inch strips of basic white. And then in the stamp set, there is this Life is Better with You. We're gonna stamp that in tuxedo black as well. We're just gonna stamp that. Oops, looks a little crooked. Why is it crooked? Okay, well, we'll see how it looks and adjust if we need to. Oh, it's not bad. All right, so just stamp that on there, and then I like to take my scissors and kind of angle it just like that. And then what we're gonna do is we are just gonna put this down in this little bottom section. I'm gonna line that edge up with the edge of that Country Gingham DSP. And I'm gonna, again, use my Stamp and Seal Plus. I love this stuff. I like the Plus just because it has a little bit of a stronger feel to it. And especially being in Florida with humidity, I'm always worried about adhesive coming apart on my cards. So with that stronger adhesive, I don't worry nearly as much about my cards coming apart in the humidity. All right, so now we're gonna grab those pearls, those heart pearls that, like I said, those are retiring and they will be going on sale tomorrow. I think they're 20% off. So get those if that's something you're interested in. All right, and I'm just gonna grab a couple of these and I'm gonna put them, where did I put them on my samples here? I missed my samples. All right, so I put a big one kind of up here, and then we grab a smaller one and kind of put that down there. And that's it. That is our little pop-up and pivot card. So thank you to Lisa Curcio for your inspiration. You can go on her website. You can look her up on Google. She has lots of different versions where she uses a circle die cut or a specific shape and a rectangle. Lots of cool ideas as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. And again, don't forget about that last chance product sale going on tomorrow. I will be home all day. You can call, text, email me if you have any questions or need help placing an order. I am here for you. I'll be up at 6 in the morning, so don't feel like you have to wait. If you need to call or text me, you can text me first if you don't want to call. That's totally fine. But I will be available. So just reach out to me if you need anything at all. Everything will be slow in the morning probably because the system is going to be overloaded, so just be patient. But I do recommend getting in early and getting your order in so you don't have to worry about missing out on anything, okay? All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed this project. Have fun shopping tomorrow. And until next time, be safe and happy stamping. Bye-bye.